Peter from Shangri-La Hambantota Golf Course in Spa.
Very nice to meet you. It's a pleasure to meet you and come here.
Absolutely.
It's a lovely day. See the wonders you have done here.
Fantastic.
So would you mind explain to me how this grass grow like this when this right next to the ocean?
Yeah. Well,
Yes.
from the beginning, when I got introduced to you, you showed me your peat mix product. And from the initial stages when we started growing in here, all of the soil profile is sand. So I thought, okay, if we could grow the grass in the sand, but we would lose a lot of water and moisture. Your peat product, which we then put
We
into
call
the
it
sand.
turf mix.
Turf mix, yes.
Yes.
It's a specialized turf mix that you've
Specialized turf
given
mix.
us. So the first 6 inches, I mixed that in and then I put the turf over that. And over the last 5-6 years, it's built up its own organic matter because it had some composite to latch onto. And now we water here by hand once a day, 10-15 minutes, give it a little brush cut twice a week. And so far we're good. All of our plants, the same thing. All of our garden beds, the pot plants with our bougainvilleas. And as you know, bougainvillea is like a clay soil.
Yes.
But in this region, because it's so hot, that clay soil would lose its moisture. So then I've added some to that as well, like a 10%, 10-15%, then a 85% clay.
Yeah.
So that's also sustainable.
And this is like 90-degree Fahrenheit. Yesterday and today.
Yes,
So
it's warm.
hottest 2 days in
Yeah.
Hambantota. What I experienced walking in the resort,
Yeah.
everywhere is green.
Yes.
Lavish,
It is
beautiful plants.
fantastic.
How do you bring this level up to this level? It's maintaining green, natural, very healthy plants.
Well, over the years, I've learned which direction the winds are blowing. And then what is our rain climate? And as you quite rightly mentioned, with the heat, then to balance the humidity with the cool in the November, December, January, February months. And as we go into the middle of the year, the hot months, then how to balance that with the soil, because your soil temperatures change that coolness, the plant slows down. So then I've backed off using my natural granular fertilizers and gone to a spray composite of a foliar feed. But when the initial stage, when we planted the plants and we put in the peat mix, the beauty about putting the fertilizers to that is that the nutrients are immediately available. And that's what we've seen over this long time. Any other product that we've used is inferior, and then the available nutrients to the plant is less. Then they might look good for 2 months and then they wilt again. This 6 years, 7 years, sustained.
Yes.
Actually grow. Now they're almost self-sustainable.
Yes.
So before where we were fertilizing perhaps 3 to 4 months in a year, now we're doing 1 month.
And I saw when I was walking outside this area,
Yes.
the grass is so dry.
Yes.
But inside, like 10 meters from the buildings,
Yes.
all greening.
Yes.
Why is that?
Well, we've concentrated on the most closest vicinity to the rooms. Firstly, all of that is under irrigation. Secondly, all of that soil has been amended with peat mix. Then we've said, okay, if I can get that area is good, then no dust and attraction of mites will come into the rooms. So it's a win-win for us. Outside, the next stage will then to put the irrigation there. And one thing I've learned is when you see the good, you know how to address the bad.
Right. Exactly. Yes.
Yes?
Yes. Something to talk about this golf course.
Yes.
Amazing. One of my friends who used to visit Sri Lanka a long time back, when I told him in Hambantota there's a resort, Shangri-La resort.
Yes.
If you ever go there, play golf, and this is how it looks like. He said, cannot be, man. Cannot be. There's a golf course like this in Hambantota because it is one of the driest areas in Sri Lanka.
Very true.
And I believe like in the way back when you started the maintenance of the golf course, you might have used a lot of water and a lot of issues. Currently, it's unbelievably green throughout the year. How did you come over your issues that you had in the way back to now? How did you develop yourself to get into this level?
Okay, so when I first arrived on the golf course, we were pumping 650,000 gallons of water in a day. The organic build-up matter in the turf was little
650,000 gallons of water
in a day.
Unbelievable.
I know, crazy.
Yes.
Yeah. And we weren't even fully grassed. Now that we've fully grassed and we've built up the organic matter, we're close to 385,000 to 400,000 gallons a day. So we've saved over 250,000 per day.
Per day.
Yes. Of course, when it rains, we can eliminate that less. So it's all about controlling our thatch and organic levels with agronomy practices, golf course agronomy practices, understanding your climate. And then I'm experimenting new areas where I'm going to make a non-golfer introduction to golf, where we will take the full soil base of sand, and in the first 12 inches, I will make that a 60% peat mix with a 40% sand, plant in my new grasses.
You mean, sorry to disturb, your peat mix means turf mix?
Yes, your turf peat mix, that you've specialized, bringing from RIOCOCO, and then I will mix that in so that when I put in my grass plant, we then can even monitor better what is that soil and the moisture retention. From there, then I will go to the driving range where we've now lost all our grasses, taking out to go and patch. And then last, we have an events area, which for the future, we want to hold weddings and even turn it into a cricket field. So, yes, fantastic. I do believe that. Yeah, absolutely.
Great.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.